Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a nice week so far. Got 11 matchups on this NBA slate here. A lot of action. So yeah, before I get started, go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. And if you guys love sports and you love sports betting, you want to be a part of the private Discord server. Only $5.50 a month on the Patreon. 60 members strong already. Love to have you on board. You're going to be supporting an awesome channel, and you're going to be part of a great community of people that love betting, and I'd love to have you guys on board. Become a YouTube member today as well. Got 2 members in there so far, and links are in the description. And yeah, go check those out. 11 matchups on hand here, starting with the Indiana Pacers versus the Utah Jazz. The Pacers 26-28, 22-32 against the spread. The Jazz 41-14. 33-21-1 against the spread. Utah opening up as 9.5 point favorites with the over-under at 235. Last 10 games for the Pacers, 5-5 in their last 10. Utah 7-3 in their last 10 here. Indiana, 5-1 in their last 6 games on the road. 4-1 in their last 5, playing pretty well in this little stretchy games here. They are just 4-9 on the road against Utah. Utah 3-6 against the spread in their last 9. It's kind of concerning. We know how good Utah is here. 19-1 at home, unbelievable. 12-3 in their last 15. Man, it's crazy. It's 9.5, such a big number. Pacers are playing pretty good here. But Pacers lose. This is just a tough game for me. 9.5 points is a lot. Utah, we know how good Utah is here. Injury-wise, I do see Derek Favors is doubtful Friday. Jordan Clarkson will play. Joe Ingles is questionable. As long as they have most of their guys here, I think you got to just roll with the Utah minus 9.5, man. Utah blows teams out, and this could be another one of those cases here. It's a big number. I get how you can go either side, but I'm going to lean with Utah as long as they have most of their guys playing. We'll roll with Utah minus 9.5 and take the over 235. Next matchup, we have the LA Clippers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Clippers 39-18, 33-23-1 against the spread. 76ers 38-17, 30-22-3 against the spread. 76ers opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over-under at 226.5. Last 10 games for the Clippers, 8-2 in their last 10. 76ers 6-4 in their last 10. Last game these guys did play, Clippers winning 122-112 in that matchup. Clippers, on a 7-game winning streak right now, playing really well. They are just 2-5 in their last 7 meetings with Philly here. 0-5 against the spread against Philly. Kind of concerning there. Philly 5-0 against the spread at home against the Clippers. 16-4 in their last 20 games at home. Playing really well at home here. Man, this is going to be another great matchup here. Kawhi is questionable. We'll see if Kawhi plays. Honestly, in this matchup, should be a very fun matchup. If Kawhi and Paul George play in this matchup here, I'm going to take the free 4.5 points with the Clippers. I think that's too much. I think this line will probably move a little bit throughout the day. I think that's a great value. Clippers, as long as Kawhi and Paul George are playing 4.5 points, I'll take that all day. I know Sixers are playing good, but it's hard to look past those 4.5 points when you have 2 great players on the other side. Going to take the free points with the Clippers, and we'll go with the over 226.5. Next matchup, we have the Pelicans versus the Wizards. Pelicans 25-30, 25-30 against the spread. The Wizards 21-33, 28-26 against the spread. Pelicans opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 242.5. Last 10 games for the Pelicans, 5-5 in their last 10. Washington 5-5 in their last 10 as well. Pelicans 0-7 on the road against the Wizards here. 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 against the Wizards. A very bad success against the Wizards. Kind of concerning, honestly. Wizards 4-1 in their last 5, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 here. Wizards, playing pretty, call it what you may. They're playing pretty decent here on these last few games. I think, given that the Pelicans haven't had much success against the Wizards starting to play pretty well. I'm going to take Wizards plus 1.5 in this one, as long as Westbrook and Beal play, which I would imagine they are. Should be a high score too. We're going to go with the Wizards, and we're going to go with the over 242.5. Next matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Detroit Pistons. The Thunder 20-35, 25-29-1 against the spread. The Pistons 16-39, 28-23-4 against the spread. Detroit opening up as 7-point favorites with the over/under at 217. Last 10 games for the Thunder, 1-9 in their last 10. Detroit 4-6 in their last 10. Last time these teams did play, Detroit winning 132-108 in that matchup. OKC battling so many injuries. Detroit battling a lot of injuries as well. Friday's matchup, Ellington, Corey Joseph, Plumlee, Grant, Magruder, Dennis Smith, all out Friday. That's 6 players that are out. OKC 0-8 in their last 8. They're 5-1 in their last 6 games against Detroit here. This is the easy one for me. 7 points with OKC. 6 starters pretty much for Detroit are out, and a bench player. Man, don't want to be a part of this game, but laying 7 points with OKC, that's just honestly too good to be true. Take the points, buy some more points, but 7 points is a lot from 2 bad teams. Give me the 7. We'll go with the under 217 as well. Next matchup, we have the Charlotte Hornets versus the Brooklyn Nets. Hornets 27-27, 29-24-1 against the spread. Brooklyn 37-18, 27-28 against the spread. Brooklyn opening up as 13.5-point favorites with the over/under at 223.5. Last 10 games for the Hornets, 4-6 in their last 10. Brooklyn 7-3 in their last 10 here. These teams did just play pretty recently, with Brooklyn picking up a 111-89 win in that matchup. I do see PJ Washington is doubtful. They're still battling a lot of injuries. Brooklyn, unfortunately, LaMarcus Aldridge, crazy news, but he had to retire due to an irregular heartbeat, which is pretty sad. He was going to be really good for that team, but they don't have Aldridge anymore. Harden's still out. I would imagine KD's going to play here after having rest. So it looks like I would imagine Kyrie, KD, and probably Blake Griffin should be playing. So, they dominated last game. I expect them to come out and put up some numbers again on the Hornets. That's a big number here, but I like Brooklyn minus 13.5, and we're going to go with the over 223.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Orlando Magic versus the Toronto Raptors. Orlando 18-37, 28-26-1 against the spread. The Raptors 22-34, 23-33 against the spread. Raptors opening up as 6.5-point favorites with the over/under at 223.5. Orlando 3-7 in their last 10. Toronto 4-6 in their last 10. Orlando 0-8 against the spread in their last 8 against Toronto. 10-game losing streak against Toronto. We know how bad this Orlando team is, but we know how bad this Toronto team is as well. This Toronto team's pretty bad. Kyle Lowry is out Friday. Siakam is out Friday. Bembry's out Friday. Anunoby's out Friday. Gary Trent out. Oh my goodness. This is like their entire team. Man, Orlando Magic plus 6.5. This is just insane. Give me the points of Orlando plus 6.5. It's going to be a bench squad battle. We'll see what happens, but should be an ugly game. Love this plus 6.5 with the Orlando. We're going to go with the under 223.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Houston Rockets. Denver 35-20, 27-28 against the spread. Houston 14-41, 18-37 against the spread. Denver opening up as 8.5-point favorites with the over/under at 225.5. Last 10 games for Denver, 8-2 in their last 10. Houston 1-9 in their last 10. That game was against Dallas, which sucks that they had that against the Mavs. Denver 0-6 on the road against the spread against Houston. Very interesting stat there, but I feel like that doesn't apply because I don't think that includes how bad this Houston team is. Denver 9-2 in their last 11, just 4-12 in their last 16 against Houston. So weird failures against Houston here, but Houston 2-16 at home. I like Denver just to run them out of the gym in this one. Pretty confident in that spread. We're going to go Denver minus 8.5 against this horrible Houston Rockets team. We're going to go with the over 225.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Chicago Bulls. Memphis 27-26, 32-20-1 against the spread. The Bulls 22-32, 28-25-1 against the spread. Current spread is even with the over-under at 227.5. And, some pretty interesting news. Zach LaVine is out multiple weeks, which definitely hurts them a lot. Memphis, 6-4 in their last 10. Chicago, 3-7 in their last 10 here. These teams did just play just a few days ago, with Memphis winning 101-90. This is a pretty easy one with me. Without LaVine, they're going to have trouble scoring in this one. I'm going to take Memphis after losing that heartbreaking game loser to Luka and the Mavs. Love Grizzlies to bounce back. I think this line's going to shoot up, probably in favor of Memphis, 2 or 3 points. We'll see. Going to take Memphis, and we're going to go with the under 227.5. Next matchup, we have the Miami Heat versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Miami 28-27, 23-31-1 against the spread. The Timberwolves 14-42, 24-31-1 against the spread. Miami opening up as 8.5 point favorites with the over-under at 223.5. Last 10 games for Miami, 6-4 in their last 10. Minnesota 3-7 in their last 10 here. Miami 1-5 in their last 6 games with Minnesota here. 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. Having trouble covering the spread here. Minnesota 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. 1-4 in their last 5 here. Miami bad loss to Denver, bad loss to Phoenix. They did beat Portland pretty good. They did beat the Lakers pretty good, but losing to Memphis. Don't love the Timberwolves here, but if Karl-Anthony Towns is playing, he is probable. I'm gonna take the risk here, plus 8.5 with Minnesota. Miami just not really blowing teams out here. 8.5 points, I think, is too much. I'm gonna take the 8.5 points in Minnesota. We're gonna go with the over 223.5. Next matchup with the Portland Trailblazers versus the San Antonio Spurs. Portland 31-23, 26-28 against the spread. The Spurs 26-27, 28-25 against the spread. Portland opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 231.5. Last 10 games for Portland, 5-5 in their last 10. San Antonio 3-7 in their last 10. Spurs coming off of that horrible loss to Toronto, where they were playing basically just a bunch of bench players. Portland bad 1 point loss to Boston in the last matchup. I love a good rebound for this Portland team. Gonna take Portland minus 1.5 here. Such a small spread. I think they can win by a bucket. We'll go with Portland minus 1.5, and we'll go with the over 231.5. Last matchup on the slate, we have the New York Knicks versus the Dallas Mavericks. New York 29-27, 34-21-1 against the spread. Dallas 30-24, 26-28 against the spread. The Mavs opening up as 5 point favorites with the over-under at 210.5. Last 10 games for the Knicks, 5-5 in their last 10. Dallas 7-3 in their last 10 here. Amazing last game for the Mavs with the game winner against Memphis. Unbelievable. The Knicks currently 7-0 against the spread in their last 7. 8-1 on the road against the spread. Mavs just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. Having trouble covering. 7-3 in their last 10. I mean, they're playing well. They're winning games. They're just not covering. I'm hoping that changes here. I'm biased because I'm a Mavs fan, but this is a game against the Knicks where the Mavs need to step it up and win by double digits, make a statement, Rolling with the Mavs -5 here. Going to go with the over 210.5. That's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.